Hey guys, Mario here. So, Donald Trump, convicted felon. I'm not too concerned about it because you know who else is a convicted felon? Lil Kim, Mark Wahlberg, Robert Downey Jr., Martha Stewart, Snoop Dogg, even Jesus. He was convicted by a jury and he was ultimately dispatched because they felt that he committed some sort of crime. This is a hallmark of a socialist country or a communist country or dictatorship. You are persecuting your political rivals. This is exactly what's happening here and everywhere. In Mexico, they had their first election. Oh, thank God. Congratulations, President. You managed to survive 37 other people who were assassinated. Obviously there's a huge disconnect, and what I'm seeing on the grounds and what I'm listening to is people are starting to wake up. People are starting to take a second look at Donald Trump because the average thing that's happening is affecting people's lives. What I mean by that is food prices are going up. They can't get a loan. People are giving up their cars because or going in default simply because they cannot afford to live their life like they did 4 years ago. So when it comes to the economy, Donald Trump by far is beating Joe Biden in that metric. What's happening though is this brainwashing has happened, and you have people say that, oh, if Donald Trump runs, this is going to be the end of democracy. He's going to cause a dictatorship. He's never wanted a dictatorship. He doesn't want that stuff. But this is called fear mongering. This is what they'll do. And you can't pay attention to it because you have people on the ground like Scott Pressler and others who are registering people to vote. And I, for one, am right alongside Scott Pressler going, hey, Donald Trump convicted felon. You know who else is a convicted felon? These people. Why should we treat convicted felons differently? That is giving people hope. That's giving people the idea that, you know what, I made a mistake and I've paid for it. Now I can move on. There's lots and lots of people who I know in my personal life who have made mistakes, who have got felonies, and they have lost the right to vote, but they see right and wrong now. And they say, hey, you know what? I would vote for Trump if I could, but unfortunately, the state of California has taken my rights to vote. However, I will support you, and I will show up, and I will be there for you. So the support is there. It is going to happen. Donald Trump, I believe, is going to win in a landslide. We can't get too cocky. We have to continue working. We can't just sit back on our laurels. And that's exactly what I'm doing here in my local community. Our local community, for the first time ever in the history of our city, is in a budget deficit. What happened? That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go find out and ask the city, why are you in a deficit? Is it the litigation that you guys continue to just roll over? So when someone says, I'm suing the city, you go, up. We'll settle for $3 million. I'm suing the city. Up, we'll settle for $7 million because you're now having to pay out those cases. And we have less money for road improvements, road enhancements. We also have less money for security. The last thing I want to be doing is skimping on my city security or on my city's infrastructure only to pay a litigation somewhere else. And I definitely don't want my tax money going to a special interest group that says, hey, you know what? We need city money in order to give money to give food to the homeless. We need city money in order to help illegals fight deportation. We need city money so that the kids have soccer balls. I'm so sorry, my city money isn't made for those types of things. That is what private donors are for. And there's lots and lots of private groups in this community who are successfully helping change lives without using money allocated to them by the city government. So to tell me that it can't be done is a complete farce. I know it can't be done. So I definitely want to encourage the rest of you guys and everybody to go to your city council meetings, go to your county board meeting, go to your school council meetings. These things are important. They are changing the fabric. The reason why California is trying to pass AB 1955 is because there is no law on the books in California that says the state has to teach your children this gender crap. So the policies of the school districts are saying, hey, I don't want to teach it. You can't make me. And because there's no law at the state level, the local municipal policy or ordinance takes precedent. So these little pockets of communities have created little tiny spaces where they don't have to teach this stuff. And so this big bad state is going, hey, wait a second, I don't want these little pockets. And the only reason these pockets can exist is because I don't have a law. So let's make a law. This is why we need to be involved, not just at the local level, at the state level, and ultimately also at the national level. Wear your stuff with pride, because remember, lots of gays back Trump. I'll talk to you guys soon. I love you all. Mwah! Bye, guys.